Wow, what a race that was in Jeddah. Now we've got another cracking race, but this time we are in Interlagos, Brazil then. Formula 1 has just absolutely thrown up a cracker of a Grand Prix in Jeddah, albeit it was quite a, well, it wasn't it was a bit of a mess, wasn't it, in terms of some of the decision making. However, there was never any messes made in ALR's decision making. I know we are here for round 18 of the World Championship in Interlagos, Brazil, one of the spiritual homes of Formula 1 in my opinion. Of course, where the great Ayrton Senna used to call home, didn't he? When he was, of course, when he was part of Formula One all those many years ago. And I think did he win the first ever race around here in '91? I'm sure he did, didn't he? Ayrton Senna did. But yes, tonight there's going to be a lot of Ayrton Senna tribute helmets, I presume, and all that kind of stuff, because, of course, this is, of course, that's where the great man came from, wasn't it? Was Brazil then. So yeah, Formula One was action packed. I'm expecting it to be just as fraught in ALR as well. However, the championship potentially could be won here tonight then. So I think we might have a fiesta on the old billing as well then. So we have just started qualifying with 19 drivers in the lobby then. We are running late tonight because of the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix has overrun slightly. So we are just a little behind then as well. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, because a lot of you will be giving up watching the the post-show of Formula One, which I'm very interested to hear some of the comments that maybe made after what was a very incredible Grand Prix as well. However, I'm sure that's going to be a topic of conversation up and down the grid here tonight, and also, of course, in the comments as well. Let's take a look at the drivers and the constructors, shall we, whilst we've got a couple of seconds spare, as no one is out on circuit yet, and as the tower on the left-hand side has just updated itself, which is lovely stuff indeed there. But it is German who leads the World Championship. He is 41 points in front of Emerson Hilton at the moment, and Emerson Hilton, the defending a double World Champion. But as it stands at the moment now, the gap needs to be under 51 points or under for the championship to go on at the end of tonight then. So that is what that is the target for Emerson then, because if they stay level on points then in Abu Dhabi in 3 weeks time, something like that, it will go to German, because German has a superior win record this season, as he has 7 Grand Prix wins compared to Emerson's 3. So that is why Emerson cannot fall outside the maximum number of points set. However, but let's find out, shall we? So here is the permutation, and for here is the permutation and for the championship here tonight. Whatever happens then, if Emerson finishes on the podium, then that doesn't matter. The championship will carry on going on. So it doesn't matter what German does. If Emerson is third or higher tonight, then the championship remains on. Then, however, but of course, the championship. But of course, if German wins, Emerson must at least take third. Then that is basically the crux of it all. Then, so that's kind of thing. If German finishes second, Emerson must finish sixth. If German finishes third, Emerson must finish 10th. And if German finishes fourth, Emerson must have at least 10th position or the fastest lap then. So that is what is in store for Emerson tonight. And there he is. So I'm wondering how he's going to be feeling. Anyway, let's carry on with the rest. We've got another 18 drivers to talk about in the Drivers' Championship. Chaz in third position. Then can he keep that third position away from Danger Times, who has been really impressive, hasn't he, in last week's Grand Prix? However, he's not. I'm just taking a look. Yes, he is here tonight then in the Williams. Good stuff indeed then. Williams already invalidated his lap though, so that's not going to help William at all. So we're going to stick with the double world champion Emerson at the moment. Danger Times then, he won last time, didn't he, in Brazil? Fine style indeed there. That was the second Grand Prix win of his career for Danger Times there. He beat German by a fraction of a second, didn't he? Good grief there. So Dan Murphy not here tonight, unfortunately, but he's 2 points away from Danger Times. Tango 3 points away from Murphy. He's on course to have his best season of his career. Tango is there. Can he elevate stock up some more and go up into fifth? Milan goes down at the back of the grid. Unfortunately, he is seventh in the championship now. 1 point in front. Carboy in eighth, and Pillars in ninth position, 13 points of trail. And Percy is in 10th position to complete the top 10. 1 point in front of Sloth as well. In the relegation zone, we have Cowie on 13, 12 points for Dynamo. Dynamo Dan, and only 1 point for William at the moment now. Unfortunately, still hasn't finished in the top 10 at all this season, William hasn't now, so he's going to have to really pull up his socks then, isn't he? Mr. Lee's not here either tonight. He's got a 10-point gap between himself and his teammate Cowie in the battle to scave off relegation from ALR's top division then, so goodness me, it's going to be very interesting indeed. And of course, and then Gamer's a further 9 points in front, and Emerson cut it to the line as well, and he's going to post our first time on the board, and he does so. He goes across the line and he goes fast on the 07, and it's quite a short track, this one is. It's old school as well, and there's Emerson with the beautiful Brazilian themed helmet, and Sloth on the left line, and William is going for a second by the cherry. German invalidated this up, so we're going to stick with Dynamo down for a minute. And the constructors cannot be won here tonight then, but McLaren lead by 47 points in from Ferrari in second. Third is the Alfa Romeo team, now 50 points adrift of Ferrari. Fourth position is the Haas team, 26 points away from Alfa Romeo. Fifth position is the Williams team, very close then between Williams, Haas and Mercedes as well, only 13 points adrift from the Williams team. Red Bull are in seventh, that's the car looking at now. AlphaTauri 4 points away from their sister team, Aston Martin ninth, and Alpine, horrific season, complete in the top 10. Dynamo Dan 1.4 seconds off the pace at the moment then, as he goes through turn number 1 as well. German on his second time around as well, but here comes Sloth Ben building up over the crest of the hill as well then. Where can Sloth go then? Look at this, as you can see that the pit entry is very much on the racing line, technical in the rule order form when you're not allowed to do that. Sloth goes across the line on the medium tires and he has the slowest of the time running so far. Emerson does come into the pit set. It's a very important day for Emerson tonight then. So Emerson's a minimum requirement tonight was surely just try and aim for the top 3 to keep his championship hopes alive here in Brazil as well. Remember, German is probably going to have nightmares around here because back in silver of season 2, this corner here with 1 lap to go then for being crowned the silver champion, he had a puncture. Young Lights has gone fast, as I figured just in a comment from Young Lights. We'll read that in a minute. But yeah, so German has not had, of course, may have nightmares around here at the moment, but he is further about a tenth of a second away from his championship rival, which is Emerson at the moment. Cartboy, unfortunately, has invalidated his time, so we're going to leave Cartboy to it for a minute. So let's go with Jonathan Cox, who was, I think, saying about he had a race, he had a charity event here a couple of days ago and did really well around here. I think he won that charity event, so good stuff indeed there from Jonathan Cox. But let's see what we can do in LR there. Broke Grilla, evening, good evening, Broke Grilla. We've got Gunnar saying evening, everyone, good luck, gold there. Jonathan, evening, Sean, then good evening. Young Light saying evening as well. Last time I was in the Red Bull, I got pole position there. Serious man saying, looking forward to this. Good luck, all. Indeed, then it's going to be quite a sweaty event, I would say, this tonight then, with what is on stake then in the championship then. So this is the first time that German could potentially steal the gold championship, and he would love to do it with just 2 rounds to go after tonight then, as we head back to it's Jonathan's off the circuit. He's had a clout on the infield here, and I don't think he's damaged the Aston Martin, but that's surely going to hurt his confidence here on this circuit. And the British Italian driver then not starting off too well. Someone who is, though, is Tango, who's gone into a very solid second position now. Light's doing a good job then. William is off the circuit there, and he's gone off in, somehow he's hit the outside part of the, on the left, right-hand corner there. I'm not even sure how he's done it. I think he's hit the pit lane, hasn't he, coming out of the pit or something, and he must have morphed onto the track, whatever the case may be. And we got, so that is a big shame indeed there for William. He's out of the race. There's McLaren going by. All the laps are surely going to be ruined there for the drivers. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not good at all for William, is it? There's out the pits comes Clarkey. Here comes Pillars, correct to the line. He's got the most pole positions so far, Pillars has this season with 5. He is currently second at the moment there. Good hustle there from Pillars in 10th in the championship. I think if Pillars was available to race, lovely helmet design from Troy. Oh, goodness me. Well, that is absolutely supreme design, isn't it? Let's have another look. Ooh, lovely. Oh, that's fantastic. That's the helmet of the week for me. Absolutely beautiful. Eric saying, let's go, Nigel. Ready to rumble. Indeed he is. And Nigel did a great job last time out in Mexico, didn't he? He was very unlucky about what transpired. However, nonetheless, said he did a However, I think that Nigel, we had the old version of Nigel, that a multiple Grand Prix winner in gold as well. He's won 3 Grand Prix in gold. He's won a Grand Prix in silver as well. But of course, Nigel, the first ever champion of ALR, when he won it in Abu Dhabi in round 17 of an 18-round season. As Chaz are now just coming out of turn 5 as well, and now into the infield then. So at the moment, Lights is fast and run. The only driver to be into the 6s at the moment. Everyone else is currently in the 7 and below side, which is Pillars, is alongside then. This first qualifying session for anyone who's new to Formula 1 or ALR in general, welcome to the show. I hope that we put on an absolutely magnificent show for you tonight. Remember, we are 7... I'm just going to go second fastest. He's the second driver into these 06 then. We are 7 subscribers away then from the magical 400 mark then, and we have got about 3 weeks to go then. So I'd love to get over the, I would love to have the 400 mark, because that means that I could probably give myself an extra pork pie on me Christmas tea dinner, perhaps. Chaz goes through faster in front of his teammate there by 100 for a second there. The problem with the Alpine, the problem with the Alfa Romeo team this season is that they're both very quick drivers indeed, that which you would think that that's not a problem, is it? But it is in the Alfa Romeo team, because when they pit at the same time, or nearly the same time, it's cost one or the other. Young Lights has gone faster still. Young Lights is flying around this circuit. He is a super sub then for Dan Murphy, who's not here tonight. Troy goes 6th fastest in the second Ferrari. Both the drivers from Ferrari McLaren have really stepped up their game in the last couple of weeks, haven't they? It's been really magical to watch that. Jonathan starting his lap then. We just seen one of the Mercedes going across the line. I think it's Liam, who has gone into a solid 8th position then. Teammate Lucas Percy down in 11th position. Got yellow flags fluttering all around the circuit. That is just the that's just the drivers that are slowing down then and getting out they're getting out their colleagues' rays at the moment. And Jonathan, we just seen him having an issue in the in section of the Interlagos circuit. Of course, Interlagos, an old school circuit, is a bit of a bowl, isn't it, around here? I think, isn't there 16 turns on this course? The middle part of the lap is quite long. It's the meat of the lap then, of course, whilst the first and third sections is very much about power and straight line speed, whilst the in section is very much about the turn of your car and how pointy you can get it into the entry and apex of the turn then. Out of Young Cal then, Jonathan Cox is the junction then. Let's see what you do then. You have to really launch yourself out of the technically it's the final turn on the circuit, and well, in terms of the real turn on the circuit, then the rest of it all just kinks in across the line. Jonathan goes into 5th faster and looking quite strong in that Aston Martin car then. Jonathan would like to finish off the season a bit more stronger, as as Jonathan in the Drivers' Championship. It's down in 15th position there. He's only a few points away, 2 points away from his teammate Gamer, who's making his debut this season there. Third time's a charm. Cardboy on medium tyres, and both Alpha Taris are on the medium tyres here. Interesting stuff from the Alpha Taris. We got Dynamo Dan then, who's in the middle part of the lap as well. Here comes Danger Times. We're keeping on Danger Times out. Hasn't put a time on the board just yet. On board with Dynamo Dan. Lovely, beautiful dark blue helmet design here. Fantastic stuff indeed there for Dynamo Dan. Young Lights is still the quickest so far. 2/10 second in front of Emerson at the moment now. Of course, Emerson and Gurman down in 7th at the moment. But remember, this is just about losing the 5 slowest drivers in this qualifying session. So we've got qualifying 1, 2, and 3. Hang on, give me mic in position there because I couldn't see what was going on. So we guess we've got 3 qualifying session here. Dynamo Dan goes in front of a Cartboy by a fraction of less than a fraction of a second there, for a fraction of a 10th of a second there. Here comes Danger Times then. Danger Times was very much in dangerous form as well. He's only 13 fastest, but he is on the medium tyres, of course, and Danger Times is it's still quite concerning. William already out of the session there, and so is Milan as well, who is going to be joining them. Cowie down in 18th position in the championship mode now. He is on the cusp of unfortunately being relegated to silver for next season. However, I'm wondering if Cowie may benefit from that there. Have a clean pair of heels then. Cowie has really dust himself off and get his ALR career back on track then. 50 in the second, at the end of the second split time now. Right, use a bit of the curb on the outside there. A lot of the curb on the outside, I should say, then, for the Alpine driver. Alpine in the gold. I think Alpine in a lot of the ALR championships have been pretty disappointed their opening season in ALR, as they are last in the joint constructors by quite a long way. We had the third highest points total in Mexico from when the constructors last week, didn't we? We'll talk about that in just a moment or two. So here's Clarky then. Unfortunately, his first lap didn't go too well, and so let's see what Clarky can do on his second time run tonight. Then he just flies past me now. Then this is and talking of and as a young retired from the session, talking of milestones. And this is Emerson's 98th Grand Prix start in ALR Gold. Then goodness me, he's 2 away from the magical 100. He can get 100 race starts in ALR in the final showdown in Abu Dhabi. And what a present that would be there if he can claim the championship. It'd be one of his most hard-fought championship wins as well. However, at the moment that is he needs a lot to go majorly wrong there for Gurman. But at the moment Gurman is on such fine vettle, isn't he? We'll talk about his form in just a jiffy. We're just watching Clarky at the moment then. But apart from that, then we did have. I've apologised to Milan. Then I should have spoke about Milan's milestone last week. As Milan is now on its 51st Grand Prix start. He started his 50th Grand Prix in ALR last week in Mexico. He's got a Grand Prix win. He has 11 pole positions. It's the the third highest pole positions in ALR history of 11. Now he's 3 away from Jonathan Cox. 10 podiums to his name. 5 fast laps. 2 driver days there from Milan. Really impressive stuff. A career total of 305 points there from Milan. Absolutely supreme stuff from the ALR veteran. That was the Milan. Is that Clarky goes 12 fast. That sees him out of danger for the minute. Sloth is now gone onto the soft compound tires. He is in the danger zone along with danger times as well. Goodness gracious me there. That is going to get very interesting indeed then. So just now watching him fly past us as well. Good grief. The other milestone which won't happen tonight unfortunately. Dynamo Dan is on his 30th Grand Prix start. Sloth has gone wide there and invalidated his time. That could be a problem then. And Gamer's also invalidated his time as well, unfortunately. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I swallowed. Oh gosh, that. Oh, I swallowed funny though, that wasn't good, was it? Oh, might work. Gamer going across the line again then. The other milestone was Mr. Elite on 90 Grand Prix starts tonight as well, so good stuff there for Mr. Elite. He's had 3 podiums to his name and 7 Driver of the Day awards. However, the most impressive is the fact that he gets to the end of the races, doesn't he? He's almost got his finish in total, I think is about 85% of his races he has finished, which is absolutely remarkable. I think it's 190, because he's only had 15 DNFs in his 89 race starts. That is absolutely remarkable to me. Fantastic stuff indeed there oh gosh, who was I talking about? For Mr. Elite, I apologise, I'm confused with Mr. Elite, not here tonight. Just watching Gamer then, who is just coming out of the mid-section now. 50 races, practically a rookie. Serious Mushroom is saying, and Serious Mushroom is participating in every Grand Prix in silver, as every ALR event that we've had in silver. So Serious Mushroom, or Silver Mushroom, has been very much on the case, hasn't he? There, he's racing every single race in ALR silver. As just now on board with a Gamer going across the line. He goes 6 fast, and both Aston Martin drivers are looking pretty competitive at this stage of proceedings. Lucas Percy going up in the 7th with a minute to go in this qualifying session. This is where the drivers are really going to ramp up what they're doing out there at the moment. Danger Times needs to get himself out of that danger zone. What about Sloth? Sloth much better. He gets himself in the meat of the sandwich of the Aston Martin team. Good stuff indeed there. Donovan Dunn has invalidated his time. Clarky is on the cusp as well then. So what can Clarky do? Clarky is just in front of danger times, and here comes Clarky. You'll see Williams flashing behind us. No, you don't. He's just too far back at the moment. Across the line, Clarky goes, and he does not improve. Clarky doesn't now. Danger Time does. He goes over to 5th fastest there. Good time indeed there for Danger Times. Good stuff there. Chance to go across the line now. Carter Boy is on his one shot then, and so is Clarky misses out by 1,000 of a second, and Troy is retired from the session now. And oh dear, Troy could be in a bit of trouble here, and Clarky's off, and he's in the wall, and he's oh goodness me, lovely shot here by the way, but oh dear, that's not good at all, is it there for Clarky? So he has spun off, and he's offset camera angle here for Clarky. Unfortunately, he is going to be one of the victims of being knocked out of qualifying here. And here comes Carboy across the line, and he's got one more go at this. Dynamo down 200 a second up there in the second split time, so he accelerates away there, and Going to top from the session now is Percy. I wonder if he's trying to get a cheeky slipstream now. Percy has said. Percy is safely through the bone. And what about Dynamo Dan? Dynamo Dan improves by less than a tenth of a second there. He's very much at the limit. That Red Bull is fantastic stuff to watch there. Clarkey is our third confirmee who is not going to make it through into qualifying 2. Unfortunately, we've lost William and Milan both on row 10 then. At the moment, Clarkey is down in 16th position now. It could get a bit worse for him at the moment now. Dynamo Dan, is he going for now? By the chair, we're just watching Dynamo Dan. I think he might be done and dusted in this one here. What about Carboy then? So Carboy coming into the final part as we go into Bagulio, the dive now. And taking not too much curb now into Juncal's eyes. 8 tenths of a second up then. Clarkey is in trouble. Nigel's in trouble as well here. Nigel, though, has got a lovely slipstream here. And can Nigel get himself out of qualifying 1 here? He can indeed. They're only just that. And what about Carboy then? I think Liam Ye's in trouble here. And Liam Ye, no, there's a Carboy is out of qualifying as well. That's a huge shock here for the AlphaTauri. The man who was runner-up last season is out of qualifying 1 here in Brazil. My golly gosh, there. That is a disaster, isn't it? What about Dynamo Dan? He has found some more time in the second sector. He's found 3 tenths of a second. Dynamo Dan as he's into the 7th there. Dynamo Dan is, but he's also out qualifying, unfortunately. Wow, what a final into qualifying when that was getting very impressive indeed. That 8 laps Dynamo Dan did there in that qualifying 1 session. So a very close but no cigar there, unfortunately for Dynamo Dan. However, his race trim is much better than his qualifying trim, if he doesn't mind me saying so. A much better Grand Prix driver, that is. He is on a very good point streak at the moment, or he was on a point streak until last summer out in Mexico. Young likes cream of the crop at the road there. He's fastest there by 10th of a second from Pillars in second, and Emerson Hilton in third position there. German only did it 1 lap, I think, in the end. He was half a second adrift, German was, but do not read into those times too much there. We'll look more about that in qualifying 2. Out of qualifying 1 then is William then, who crashed unusually in turn 1 now. I'm sure that he crashed coming out of the pit lane, and he teleported onto the track. Milan there down in 19th position. Dynamo Dan 18th. Carboy in 17th position. Clarkey in 16th there. He spun, didn't he? And unfortunately, that was disappointing indeed. Less than just over half a tenth of a second then separates Liam Ye and Clarkey. And even closer between Nigel and Liam Ye as well. Ridiculously close that was. But they all got through there. How close 5th downwards is ridiculous, isn't it, Mushroom now? You could say there's not much room now. Terrible. Right, let's carry on. We're into qualifying 2 then. We've got 15 minutes now to sort out the slowest 5 drivers again before we proceed into qualifying 3 and going for pole position then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. And now I'm not even sure what the weather is doing tonight here in Brazil. And I would say that if it's going to rain anywhere, it will rain in Brazil, because we've had some excellent races over the years in Brazil, haven't we, in Formula 1. Remember the 2003 Grand Prix. Giancarlo Fisichella got his first ever Grand Prix win for the Jordan team. That was Jordan's last ever Grand Prix win as well. I think that was their 4th and final Grand Prix win for the Jordan team back in 2003, albeit he didn't get the winner's trophy until 2 weeks later in the San Marino Grand Prix, where Kimi Räikkönen was awarded the win. I've just smashed my mic. I'm so sorry for that. It was itching my eyebrow. Yes, Kimi Räikkönen got awarded the win in Brazil. But of course, the rule of a red flag is that, of course, they take the results from 2 laps before, don't they? So that is that's what the confusion was in 2003. 96 as well, absolutely poured down frame, didn't it? Damon Hill really showed he's not renowned for his wet weather driving, is he, Damon Hill? However, I think he did supremely well. There was 2 races that really stand out to my mind in Formula 1 history. The Japanese Grand Prix 1994, really, I think that was Damon Hill's best race of his career, in my opinion now. And then, of course, the 96 Brazilian Grand Prix, which not many people talk about, really, but Damon Hill was absolutely a masterclass on that race. Oh, Pillars there invalidated his time, but luckily he's on an outlap, so I don't need to talk about invalidation. Let's just carry on with the show. So it's worth saying, Sunny Shore, rains tomorrow. It does in Silver, doesn't it? I don't know why. Silver just seems to be, it always seems to be a wet Monday, doesn't it, in Silver? So yes, I probably, if anything's gonna, it's most likely to rain in Brazil, in Silver, and probably COBALT as well. Those are the two leagues where it seems to rain an awful lot then. Pillars is not using DRS here because I'm wondering if Pillars wants to start the race on the medium compound tyres. said. But we're going to stick with Pillars nonetheless then. And he just accelerates away now. Pillars Pillars has been very good in qualifying trim. He's got a 50% pole position rate in Brazil. In gold, hasn't he? Pillars there. In 10 qualifying performances out for Pillars, he's been on pole position 5 times this season. That's pretty impressive out from Pillars. Obviously, magnificent stuff indeed there. Milani was on early. He was really good in the early stages of the season. Pole position there. Dropped off in the latest couple of races, hasn't he? Milan has there. I think his last pole position, if my spreadsheet will go that far, was back in the Dutch Grand Prix, of course, where Milan also got that famous Grand Prix win as well, didn't he? Since then, he's only visited the podium once back in Singapore. So Milan now, I think, was very happy with his Grand Prix win that day, was he, from Lana? 09 then starts on our run then, but now we just got Pillars going fast, and now German's gone fast still, but German has gone onto the medium compound tires right from the get-go, half a second behind Tango at the moment there. Tango looking quite strong in this moment in time now, because that's quite a good lap there from Tango on the medium tires. I say quite, that's an absolutely phenomenal lap there from Tango. Goodness gracious me then. Emerson there doing a lap more keen to the rain soaked up Interlagos circuit rather than the dry. However, I think that there's a lot of sandbagging going on there from Emerson. Just on board now with Young Lights then. He is in the middle part of the lap as well then. Anyway, yeah, just going on to the run of form then, the last couple of races or so. Then we touched on this one in the interview with German. But since Italy, German has just won every race apart from 2. In Russia, where he didn't get anywhere, he had a no score. And in Mexico as well there. So German in the last 6 races has won 4 of them. That's why he's propelled himself in this position that he's in now then, to potentially win the World Championship there. And goodness gracious me, he'll be our 4th ever champion in ALR history. So fantastic stuff there. As Young Light's going a bit slower there. German, a much better lap there for German now. 3 tenths a second up on Tango there. Good stuff indeed there for German. I've got an itchy ear all of a sudden. Hang on a minute. I've got to say, I feel a bit little prepared. Oh my goodness me, is a sloth there just drifting over to the other side of the circuit. I thought he was going to go into the barrier. Of course, no spare car, no T cars, no spare cars in Formula 1 anymore. As Cowie using the old Formula 1 2011 trick there. Of course, there's on the old control of F1 2011. I think they patched it later on in the game then. But you used to be able to run absolutely full speed out of Young Cow, and you actually would be able to go into out of Magulia's dive, and you'll be up to absolutely flying into Young Cow then and get so much time now. By the way, you didn't hear that from me. Jonathan Cox coming across the line there, and he goes into fastest so far. Jonathan does have pretty good time now for the British Italian driver. It'd be good to see Jonathan right back up there as well, because I think in the last couple of years in ALR, Dangerous Time goes faster on soft tires, of course. In the last couple of years for Jonathan and for Jonathan in ALR, he hasn't been I think at his very best after that. Lucas Percy then on the soft compound tires as well then. But anyway, going back to the form then. So yeah, that's German's form now. In the last 6 races, he's won 4 of them. Compare that to Emerson, and in the last 6 races, he's had 1 no score in USA. In Japan, he only had a point as well. I think that was due to the fastest up there. And apart from that, then he's only been on the podium once in those last 6 races as well for Emerson. That was the Grand Prix win in Russia. Only his 3rd race of the season, 3rd race win of the season. But however, Emerson has been keeping himself in the championship, the podium finishes as well. But Percy going in to where is he? 7th fastest. Cowie going faster. That's a very good time now for Cowie. Of course, he's a relegation candidate at the moment. Cowie is, but good grief, that's a fantastic time now for the Alpine car. Lovely. Troy coming out to Young Cow as well. As Ayrton there is showing his admiration there for his namesake Ayrton. So now across the line goes Troy, 5th fast and the silver champion of last season. We know our current, we got a new current silver champion, haven't we? Jazza is invalidated, so he's got to go around again then. Liam, yeah, I think he's did a time on the border of a 19.4 on these medium tyres. Liam, yeah, I was having a bit of a nose earlier on there. Liam, yeah, is not feeling too confident around this circle, is he? Liam isn't, as he drifts down into turn 4. Certainly saying Tango flying around. Canned drinks, other canned drinks are available there. I'm definitely very much a Coca-Cola fan or a Pepsi fan. I don't know why. I don't mind both. I don't mind either or, to be fair, which is very unusual, isn't it? You're either one or the other. But there we go. You're either like Pepsi or you're Coca-Cola. But I'm quite both. I haven't said that. I'm very much into me Coke at the moment. We've got Sir say I never did say I never did that. I don't cheat. But it was patched. Laugh out loud. Oh goodness me, that's absolutely a shame now. Yes. I think. Oh, it's Liam. Yeah, that is getting a bit squirty out of young cow. I never did that either. I never did the old trick on 2011 there, where you just where you went very wide at young cow and gained a lot of time going to the hill. But never at all. Then across the line there comes Liam. Yeah, I also as Liam. Yeah, is now technically in the top 10, so that's good stuff indeed. There, I also never. Charles Nevada is time. I also never used the old Spanish Grand Prix circuit before they patched it. I think they patched it literally a couple of days into the new game. I can't remember when when it was. I figure it was 2017 or 18. I just remember on career mode I would be seriously quick around that final sector for some reason. Emerson goes third fastest, 2 tenths of a second away from Danger Times, but that's the quickest on the medium tires. Emerson is going on the old circuit here. Of course, there is a much longer version of the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Interlagos circuit in the mid to late 70s, wasn't it? Or was it early 70s? I'm not too sure. I wasn't born before. I wasn't born during that time here, surprisingly. Gamer goes at 9th fastest there in the Aston Martin. That is safely through at the moment, but there's still half the session to go there. Nigel is just pipped Percy to the post then, or by 7 tenths of a second, which is not just a pip, that's a pop. You got Lights into the second sector as well. Let's see what Young Lights doing. Made his return to ALR last week, didn't he? Lights did there, and Footsy got a DNF to his name, Lights did, which was a big shame on his good return there. However, let's see what he can do this time around, and he is looking fairly confident indeed. That Gug saying, even though German likes his Coke as well. I think he definitely does like his Coke, doesn't he, German? He doesn't strike me as much of a Pepsi man, does he, German? Just watching Lights there coming up the hill, then he is backed off there, because I did expect a Formula 1 car can go up there a lot quicker than that then. Nigel there just behind his teammate. I wonder if the McLaren might practice a toe around here. Danger Time's a 10th of a second up in the second split time as well. Of course, if you just joined us because you're late from that epic Grand Prix race, then I must say that the stewards' decisions around Saudi Arabia, yes, I don't get me wrong, it was quite it was a very, as Martin Brundle said, it was a very dirty race in terms of tactics, wasn't it? And I think some of the drivers did look very keen to some 5-lapper lobbies here and there then. But I got to say, I think the FIA's decision was almost as good as my Formula 1 2021, 2020 and every year from game, really. As good as my driving, so it wasn't very good at all, really. That's a very good time there for Danger Times there. Into the sixth, then in qualifying 2. Then we've already been to the sixth already with Emerson and Lights. Then to begin our qualifying session here tonight. Lights, a lovely new helmet design now. As we're coming down to Magulio the dive before we go into Young Cow. It used to be a junction and getting very wide on the curbs there, didn't he? Like I said, I thought he was going to do a repeat of I think Ayrton Senna spun around there, didn't he, in '94, where he was chasing down Schumacher in that Benetton, which there's a lot of rumours going around, wasn't there, about that Benetton, and maybe having traction control or something like that. Senna was convinced about that, wasn't he, in Brazil and the Pacific Grand Prix, especially the Pacific, when he was just sat at turn 1, wasn't he, Ayrton Senna was, for a long time, listening to that Benetton car. So, of course, there used to be 2 Japanese Grand Prix in '94 and '95 when they went over to they was at the AIDA circuit for the Japanese Grand Prix for the Pacific Grand Prix in '95. Wasn't the best race track in the world, I must admit. It was interesting enough, but it was very short, especially for the 95 cars. And of course, I think the 95 cars around here, let's just say the Danger Times' time in on the actual lap then is the intermediate 2 is actual whole lap time there from some of the cars in the 95 season, especially on the 95 game, because that used to be one of my quicker laps in 95. I'm not sure whether that fills you with confidence or not then, especially as I'm quite slow on an F1 game. However, having said that then, I was quite proud of my record on 95. Shame no one else could see it because it was an offline game, and of course I'm not going to invite anyone around to show how good I was on 95 because of social distancing. Across the line there goes Sloth. Very goodness me, that's a cracking ton there for Sloth. Of course, he is very loud and proud about that time. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Sloth. He is fastest in qualifying 2. I think I've said in the last show in VLR that I was a bit disappointed with Sloth this season. He's outside the top 10 now in the championship. He's been very unlucky, but also at the same time, he's Also, at the same time, though, I feel that I was expecting stuff to probably be in the, maybe not in the championship hunt per se, but definitely on the podium. At the very least, which he hasn't done at all. No podium so far this season for Sloth. He could put that start wrong in the last 3 races. And Percy's invalidated his time out of the center S there. That's not good at all for Percy. And now we've got Pillars then, who is just about to wind it up and let her go. So is Liam. Yeah, as well. I think that no chances coming into the pits with 2 3/4 minutes to go on this qualifying 2 seconds. Sorry, I got distracted by Serious Mushroom's comment there. I do love a bit of trivia. We got Young Light saying I'm not going on softs. I gotta say, I gotta try my best on the last lap then. Seriously, I haven't seen the strangest F1 tracks on the YouTube show. There are some strange ones there. I think I've seen 1 or 2. There was one in Germany, wasn't there, where it was 2 parallel straights with a big old bank at the end of one area, wasn't it? And then it was like it was like kind of like a couple of chicanes at the other end or something like that. I can't remember what it's called now. And then they also drove around. It was literally next door to the current Austrian Grand Prix, because it was on an airfield, wasn't it, in the 1950s. Those are 2 that really stick out in my mind. I'm not sure if that's the same video that I watched, Serious Mushroom, but I'd like to hear some others. And those are 2 that stick out in my mind for some reason. So just and of course the one in the car park as well, quite infamous in Caesar's Palace there in 81 and 82. Nigel goes third fastest on the soft tyres, a second quicker. I'm wondering if Serious Mushroom has confirmed that's the right one. I remember that German one. Look at the clouds cover that's just come over here. Interesting stuff, but we're going to get a bit of the sprinkling the wet stuff then in qualifying 3 here. It has gone very overcast indeed. That Liam has called it a day in qualifying 2. He's having some, I think he's really struggling there. Here comes Tango. 10 for the moment there, Tango. He's going on the soft tyres here. And a lovely shot here from the rear wing then. Cowie once again underlining his performance in Brazil tonight, and brilliant stuff indeed. Tango goes third fastest. I got there in the end. Good stuff. We've got Gamer, just going into 6th fastest there for the Aston Martin car and driver. Superb stuff indeed. That Emerson is carrying on the outside looking in the moment there. So, and German's out of qualifying as well. Lucas Percy is out of qualifying. Both Mercedes are done and dusted in this one here. Young Lights in major peril as well. German's invalidated his time. Goodness gracious me, that he's invalidated his time now. With has he got enough time now? No, he hasn't. German there is out of qualifying here. Oh my giddy gosh, then this is incredible. Here's Young Lights coming up to the line side. Young Lights is on the outside. He's only 11 fast as Young Lights is. He's only done 3 laps on those tyres. But 3 laps is 3 laps, and isn't it here? And of course that's not. Oh, Emerson's off the circuit as well then. As German now, I think that German may have cut some of the course there to try and get himself around then. What about Emerson? Emerson now is touring back to the pit lane here. Can German, has he got enough time? It's the checker flag is falling. I wonder if I've just desunk out then. No, he hasn't. He's not. He's out of qualifying here. Good grief. And what about Troy? Troy could knock out his teammate here. Emerson and German are in the power, and Emerson's out of qualifying. Troy has made it through into qualifying 3. Emerson has not, nor is it. German's down in 30 position now. I think Young Lights is out as well here. Goodness gracious me, then. Action here in Interlagos. Young Lights is trying to find some time out there. Emerson is down in 11th position there. 12th position there for Young Lights. 13th for German. Percy and Liam for 14th and 15th in the started order. Good grief, 2 championship protagonists out of qualifying now. Young Lights is in 12th position. He is the meat of the championship protagonist sandwich here. Oh my grief. That is a shock that I wasn't expected to be saying in this qualifying session there. German in 13th, Emerson 11th, reminds me of the 2009 Brazilian Grand Prix there, where all the championship protagonists of Vettel, Webber and Jensen Button were out to qualifying 2, or was it 1? It might have been 1 actually. And all of a sudden, Barrichello was very much could have won that race there, but I think he had punctures at the end there. Mark Webber won that race. Oh my goodness gracious me. Sloth is fast by 10th of a second from Danger Times a second. Tango and Nigel third and fourth, and Chaz fifth. Gamer and Cowie 6 and 7. Great stuff from Cowie to see him up there. Troy in 9th position. Jonathan Cox is in 8th. Pillars is in 10th position. Out of qualifying is both the Mercedes drivers. German, the championship leader. He could win the championship tonight then if he wins the Grand Prix. And Emerson finishes 4th or below then. However, he's made his life very difficult then. Young Lights in 12th position. And then position for Emerson as well. Emerson now, if they're both drivers at no score, Emerson is still in the championship. However, he wants to eat into that gap surely, but Emerson at 11th, German in 14th position. Good grief! My gosh, Troy have just knocked Emerson out there. I don't think he means of punching him there, but however, that may be a knockout blow for Emerson. He's in the carbon fibre zone of the Grand Prix, as is German as well. Gosh. Great job, Troy is saying there from Serious Motion. Oh, is the auto? Was it the autobahn? I think we was on about with those. Me and Serious Motion was on about with those strangers F1 circuits there, and the cloud cover has disappeared. Then, so it must have been a qualifying cloud or something, and it is now rolled away, and we got beautiful sunshine once again. I pushed my hardest there down. I must have had butterfingers there. Bad teammate Troy is saying, and Kaza saying, "Let's go Ferrari." So every time I hear that, I do get the vision of is it Guido from Cars Harris? He's doing his Ferrari impression now. Good stuff. Well, I've got to say, I wasn't expecting. I'm at home watching. It's minus 22 outside. Oh, good grief, my word. I hope you're all wrapped up nice and warm, Kaz. Oh my gosh, it's not minus 22 in here. I think it's going to be a sauna by the end of this one now. I'm like a radiator. I seem to generate heat, especially when I'm commentating. Maybe I should just sit down whilst doing this, shouldn't I really? But there we go. Pillars then is now in the middle part of the lap at the moment now. So Pillars then could potentially get a 6th pole position of the Grand Prix. The season here tonight. Then it is going to be. As Scooby Shoo saying, it's going to be a great Grand Prix to watch. It is, isn't it? With both Emerson and German out of qualifying 2 here tonight. I wasn't expecting to say that. I was like, good grief. I'm absolutely surprised by that. That's really knocked me for 6 there, hasn't it? However, it's going to make a very interesting Grand Prix as well, isn't it? Just coming across the line as well. It's great to see Cowie in the top 10. Great to see Jonathan here. Sloth looking strong indeed. Then Gamer as well. Then and Troy, the former silver champion. He's lost his crown recently there to young Tommy now, who's the 4th ever champion in silver history. Down the back straight we go then, as Pillars done a 16.5 to start us on our journey for qualifying 2. He's gone wide. That's a track invalidation, and the time has been deleted there for Pillars. So he is not going to be able to continue on with that one. So we're going to stay. Lovely helmet design by over from Tango. That is going to give him a virtual high five. Great stuff indeed there. But Tango keeps it well in track limits. I think that Pillars had out of deleted it. His time's been deleted now for going too wide there into turn 4, and Tango out into the middle part of the lap as well, and there's a curb on the outside. You don't want to run too wide there. It can be very slippery on the outside, and I think you lose time, don't you, when you go with that curb. Now into the middle section as well then, and Tango there just coming in to the final part of that then. I'm going to take 2 bites to that. He's hacksawed away that steering wheel. Isn't it? Good grief. Down into the dive. A 51.3 in the second split time. Then that's okay. It's time now so far for Tango. Accelerated out there. And now coming up into the final part of the lap as well. And DRS said there's 2 DRS zones around here. I haven't even spoken about that. Good grief. Across the line and over the grid hatches out. He's fast there on a 7.9 then to start us on our journey in qualifying trim then. Compared to last season's qualifying time, which you can't really compare because I think it was drizzling or raining at this point of qualifying. Gamer's gone second fast on a 7.1 then, and Cowie is gone at second fast. This is great times for Cowie. Cowie's latest renaissance here tonight could potentially get him out of the relegation, so couldn't miss the latest start here tonight. Jonathan's on pole position for the Brazilian Grand Prix. He was on pole position back in season 3 around here. He enjoys this circuit, Jonathan does that. Currently doing a cracking job indeed there. Absolutely magical stuff indeed that. Just look at it, I think this is the first time in ALR Gold that we've got a dry qualifying session in Brazil then, so we're going to get an all-time lap record around here tonight. As Danger Time's in the middle part of the lap as well. Here comes Pillars coming up to the line as well. Across the grid, actually, he's on pole position there by a 6.8 then. That's the all-time lap record around Brazil in ALR trim. Fantastic stuff from Pillars. Really well done. Tangled, taking evasive action there, coming into the pits. Danger Times is gone purple in sector 2. Very good stuff indeed. Then as now Danger Times is coming out of the final turn, and let's see what we can do then across the grid hatch as well. Danger Times is on pole position then, and that is now a new lap record, because Young Lights had the lap record earlier on. Then as he did an 06 in 797 in qualifying 1. However, Danger Times has now stole that back then, and Danger Times now on pole position. And what about Nigel then? He is starting this up as well. Just now on board. Also, Young Lights saying then, without a qualifying ban, this is worst qualifying performance of his career in ALR. Goodness gracious me, so just now dropping down there dropping down to turn 4 as well. Nigel into turn 4. So look at those brake discs glowing now on the McLaren car, and flicking out now and up into the middle part of the lap. So we're on board. Chaz is starting this up. So Chaz, 7 minutes ago. This is a short quality lap around here. Oh, Nigel's invalidated this time, and he's going to have to go around again. This is a short quality lap around here, so I wonder if someone's going to go for free runs. And have they done enough there to save soft tyres? And remember, Sloth only his first qualifying 1 run on medium tyres then. So let's see how that goes then. Just on board now with Chaz then, and going a bit wide on the old curbs as well. Oh gosh, I'm already sweating. This isn't good at all, is it? Oh goodness gracious me then. And coming out of turn 8 then is Chaz into Kart Race 7, the famous Kart Race 7, of course, for you Ferrari fans out there. The likes of Gilles Villeneuve is worn that number. So is Alan Prost then. Also, Jody Scheckter, did he have that number in the 79 season? I don't think he did he? I'm sure he had number 12, didn't he? Or number 11. I think it was number 11. Wasn't it? Good gosh. Of course, we also had Jean Alesi, one of my all-time. I love Jean Alesi. I think he's a fantastic driver. Very unlucky in his F1 career. Chaz across the line. He is third fast. That's our third driver into the 6th tonight. Magnificent. Yeah, I'm just having a look through in the past qualifying sessions here in Brazil. We have every qualifying session in Brazil has been in the 20s or higher, which to me tells me that we've only ever had wet qualifying sessions around here. Pole position last season was Emerson on the 19. Pole position the year before was an Emerson on the 19. 3 tenths of a second slower than the season before. Jonathan on pole position in season 2, a 20.5. In season 2 was a blast in a 22.239. And in the season 1 it was Jacob way back many moons ago. Then in terms of Grand Prix wins around here, Knowlesy won this race last season. Great performance indeed there for Knowlesy. Then it was Eat the Cookie the season before. Emerson won this race in season number 3. In number 2 in season 2 then it was Farfed. I think that was Far's final Grand Prix win. No, was it? I think that was his third Grand Prix. That was his last Grand Prix. No, it's his first Grand Prix, wasn't it? I think I've been talking Porkies, and Hunter won in oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong column. Absolutely shocking behaviour there. Oh my goodness me. I must apologise profusely. I've been reading the Australian column. Oh dear. I can't help it. I've been so excited about what's happening in F1 today. Yes, it has been a bit of a shambles, but my goodness me, it was great entertainment. Let's go for it. The all-time lap record around here, ignore me because we've had a dry qualifying session last season. Emerson did a 06.282 there. He was on pole position last season. Jonathan Cox was on pole position, and this is season 4. Let's pretend that last 2 minutes didn't happen. We've got Jonathan, who was on pole position in season 3 as well. Granty on pole position in season 2. Sorry, Zeko on pole position in season 2. And Nigel's on pole position back in season 1 then. All-time lap record then is an Emerson of a 06.282 then is the all-time lap record around here. I apologise, and that's wrong as well. It's Emerson's all-time lap record is actually a... It is right. Goodness me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just carry on, shall we? That's I need to. I think I might have to get my own Specsavers so I'll blow up the spreadsheet a bit higher then. Jean Alesi was a god then, and there are tracksuits, and the tracksuits was good too. Aha! I see what you did there. Yes, I never actually got those colours. I was more of an Adidas man really, because I was for the Adidas stood for all day I dream about. But I don't think that's the case at all, because I think it's all day I dream about sport, wasn't it, really? And then I think I had a Reebok era as well, actually, not too before that as well. I did really like Adidas, and of course the peak years for me being an old Liverpool supporter is actually when Liverpool had the Adidas kit. Then shame their teams were very good around that era, but their kits was absolutely on point. Then here's Nigel, who's on point as well at the moment. There, he's done a 50 in the second split time as well. Now building up the gears and building up the speed as well. Here is Nigel, and he comes across the line. Then Nigel does a DRS wide open across the line. Then Nigel comes. It's a good time. His 5th fastest there for Nigel, the first ever champion of ALR. Magnificent. Tango's 4/10 second up in sector 1, and that's a magnificent start to his lap. Indeed, beautiful stuff indeed there. As now just coming into the second part of the lap as well. And of course, he's in the infield section at the moment. Cowie's on the lap. Then he's in 9th position. But then this is Cowie's best qualifying season so far. And can he get a good race result? He needs it if he wants to stay in gold next season. Otherwise, he'll be in the He's in relegation zone at the moment, along with William as well. Then and now coming over the line, and here comes Tango. Then as I mentioned in the build up, that this has been his best season so far in terms of championship position. He's 4th fastest on the second round of the grid. Good stuff indeed there. Jonathan on that lap at the moment. Then let's see who's quicker about. Nigel is I think was on an in lap. Then here comes Cowie as well, currently in 10th position at the moment. Superb stuff indeed there. As oh gosh, my calendar's come out. What's that for? Oh dear. It's now coming down into Young Cow, 17.8 second up in the second split time now. That is enough to get him in front of Sloth then. However, is that going to be enough then to get, has he got any time left on the board then? Him, Cowie, Sloth and Gamer and Troy and Nigel are so close together. Across the line, Cowie's 9th fast then the Alpine there. As, and then Sloth's on pole position then for the Brazilian Grand Prix. My good grief, and what an absolutely superb time there for Sloth. He's pulled out of the bag, brilliant. 17 Gamers on the lap now. Troy's on the lap, Jonathan on the mid part of the lap, then Tango just getting out of the way of his, getting out of the way of someone there. Pillars, I thought it was his teammate. Danger Times Head is currently just trying to warm up his tyres as well. We're going to stick with Jonathan then for the time being. And Troy going past me, yes. So I think Jonathan is the first driver around the moment, but hit the motor now. Get in, Tango, stay in gold then. And we've also got Jonathan, who's 2/10 second up in the second split time. That's good enough for third at the moment now for Jonathan, the British Italian driver. I think that's Sloth's first ever pole position of his career in ALR, if he can stay there. And at the moment now, he's doing a great job. Sloth is fantastic stuff. Across the line, Jonathan comes out. He is he's still 6th position at the moment, 2/10 of a second faster than what he's previously been. He's 3/10 of a second away from Tango at the moment. Fryer Troy has had issues somewhere and he's backed off, and Cowie is going for another lap then with 25 seconds to go. What about Gamer then? Accelerated out of Young Cow as well. We'll keep an eye on all those drivers out there at the moment then, but Danger Times on Danger Times is also on the lap as well, but here comes Cowie and he is starting his lap now. Let's see what he can do. Oh, Gamer's on a quick lap then, he's improved, he's up to 7th. Gamer is great stuff there from the man who's third in the championship in silver last season, doing a great job indeed. Serious pressure, what a lap there from Sloth, fantastic leader. Sloth is on pole position so far for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Magnificent. Chaz has invalidated his time there. Oh dear, that's not good there for Chaz. And what about Danger Times then? He's purple in the second sector, 7200 second up, and that's not enough for pole position all that, but he builds up speed then, coming out the junction of Young Cow. And let's see, oh, he's also clipping the inside curve as well. Danger Times just winning the car to go quick. He's in the pits. Danger Times in the pits there. It's not enough so far for pole position there. Pillars in it, so Pillars is going for pole position there, and he's on pole position there. Pillars is magnificent stuff there from Pillars. Cowie then is on a lap on 2/10 second improvement there. Jonathan and Gamer have called it a day and qualified about that. Troy is also on a lap. Can Troy use a bit of slipstream at the moment there? Pillars on pole position for the 6th time, and it is illustrious season so far. Magnificent stuff indeed. Then across the line then comes Cowie. Cowie is 7th faster. Troy is across the line, so Troy is now in 7th position as well. Cowie, Troy 7th. Wow, a brilliant end to qualifying, but it is Pillars who is on pole position there for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Magnificent stuff indeed there for Pillars. His 6th pole position and 11 qualifying there. Wow, that is an absolute incredible stuff there from Pillars. In qualifying trim, he's absolutely magnificent, isn't he? Pillars is, and once again, he is top of the time sheet as well, with his 6th pole position of his career and of the season as well. He is just in a different zone, but only 7,400 second away from Sloth. Sloth, that is his best performance in an ALR race I've seen. Brilliant 17th there for Sloth, and definitely I'll be putting that on the cap. Brilliant 17th there. Kaya now saying, come on Chazza. Serious Russia, I was third in silver last season. I have the trophy to prove it. Have I got my seasons mixed up? Possibly. I thought so. I thought Sir Mushroom's best season was 2, wasn't it? I know he won the Japanese Grand Prix in season 2. Or was it season 3? Oh, gosh, these seasons just roll by too quick, don't they? And I think I've just broke me phone charger, so that's not good. Gosh, yeah, the USB-C's broke. Oh no. Oh dear. Right. I'll have to put that huge disappointment to one side for the minute then, because we've got a race to go on, haven't we? If you're just tuning in, then of course we are running a bit late tonight. We would be about halfway through the Grand Prix of Brazil, but of course Saudi Arabia ran over, didn't they? It's selfish of them. But we have had to start slightly later tonight then. So yes, this one is going to be crucial. Indeed, that is a old school circuit. This one, the safety car percentage around here is quite high, so that is going to get very interesting in terms of strategy. So let's set the scene, shall we, here in Brazil. Emerson is 11th at the moment then. If German wins tonight, Emerson must finish on the podium then. So that is so that's the crux of it all then. But Emerson, if German finishes, I think 6th or something like that, or 7th, then Emerson must score a point, and whether that's the fast lap or 10th position to keep the championship alive then. So German there is aiming for the Grand Prix Championship tonight. The ALR World Championship tonight. Then he would love it. What a way to finish on, one way to start December then with a championship celebration as well. And of course I would be celebrating by opening all my advent calendar doors then, but that's naughty for you. You should never do that then, because it is a sacred thing to do, to open your calendars on December as well. Of course, me milk tray is in the kitchen because it's too hot in here, because I generate too much heat off me. Right, 36 laps around the Grand Prix. We got all 3 types of compound tires that Pirelli have brought in their range here tonight. Then we got the hard tires then for Percy down in 14th position there. We have got we have got medium tires for Emerson, medium tires for Lights, and German has gone soft. He's the only driver outside the field to go on soft tires. Clarkey is on the mediums, along with Liam, Cardboy, Dynamo Dan, Milan, and William, all on the medium tires as well. Only driver on the medium tires in the top 10 is Pillars. Everyone else is on soft tires. Good luck to all. But come on, German, a new era is born then. Yes, indeed. Then you can German create this new era. Then, of course, Emerson there in his ALR career has either been champion or runner-up then, and I think that will still be the same then this season as well. However, Emerson has won the last 2 world championships in ALR, hasn't he? Of course, he finished 2nd in his first 2 seasons there behind Granty Boy, and but now German is ushering a new era, isn't he? It's the German era. Right, Pillars on pole position. I'll go get through this quick. Soft is alongside Monroe. Brilliant stuff for Soft there. Danger time in the first position. He was quick in Mexico last week. He's quick again here tonight. Tango in 4th position, brilliant stuff. Chaz in 5th, Jonathan in the sharp end of the field in 6th position, Troy 7th, Cowie magnificent in 8th position, he needs that. 9th position is Gamer, 10th position is Nigel Emerson, the champion, one of the championship challengers, that is 11th position there. Lights in 12th position, German in 13th, can he be champion today? 14th is Pillars, Liam in 15th position there, Clarkey in 16th, Carboy 17th, Dynamo Dan 18th, 19th position is Milan, and 20th position is William there. William has only got 1 point so far this season. He has not finished in the top 10 this season at all. William has now. Can he put that right then before we finish off in Abu Dhabi? My lights are on then. We have 4. We have 5. There's a pause. And we are racing here in Brazil, and that's a cracking start from Sloth, I think, there. However, Pillars has done it perfectly well, but look, that's going forward, going into turn 1 there, into the centre, and Sloth takes the lead, but he's backed out, and that's allowed Danger Times to go through there. We've got a bit of contact, we've got a bit of argy between Sloth and Danger Times as we come down into turn 4, and it's Pillars that the perfect start, and supreme stuff back from Pillars. Sloth in 2nd position there, but Danger Times is on the outside. Danger Times on the outside there, that's how you do it. Oh, goodness me, they're side by side there. And look at that, they get a more argy-bargy as well. Tanger's off the circuit, Deborah is flicking up in the air now. And Tanger's dropped down the order. Gamer's up in the 4th position there. Something has gone majorly wrong there. Chaza that's a Ferrari off, that's a Troy off. Troy is just, there's damage on the Ferrari. German is now up into 4th position. Emerson's up 3 for this as well. And oh goodness me, German there. I thought he was going to get squeezed off there, but German is past as well, the stricken Ferrari. As Troy is driving down the order, he's got major damage on that Ferrari car. And oh goodness gracious. gracious me, then. And that is such a shame to say that Emerson has got past Jonathan now as well. Oh, contact in between German, as German there is being a very assertive and in the opening stage of the Grand Prix. He's up 6 positions. German is superb stuff indeed there. Jonathan is down on the back foot. Jonathan's in the pits. That's why Pillar set the fast lap race already. But obviously that is the first lap. And who's that? Nigel's having a look there on the inside of his teammate, mate. Oh, goodness me. Who's that? That was Lightsair, wasn't it? Lightsair is off the circuit there. Oh, goodness me. Now, I think that might have been a day lane, $1 short there. Lights dropping down the order. Troy is in the pits. Tango and Jonathan also in the pits as well. And Gamers at 5 positions there. 5 positions for Emerson as well. As Emerson and German are going side by side into turn 4. German is now in front of his championship rival. This is supreme stuff there for German. He is doing what Jenson Button did in the 2009 Brazilian Grand Prix. This is what German loves to see, that William is off the circuit. William is off the circuit there, and he's got off there. Oh gosh there. And now it's gone right off the circuit as he is now just trying to get himself back into this one. German is flying on those soft tires. He's using them to absolutely supreme. It's using it to absolutely great effectiveness here at the moment as we come out of the dive as well. Emerson is now being challenged by Nigel on board with German now. If German wins the Grand Prix, then Emerson must finish on the podium. That is the minimum requirement now for Emerson to keep the championship alive. But we've still got a long way to go in this Grand Prix as they come across the grid out as well. Then Serge Fisher, nice pass set on nice pass. German saying that German set the fast on the race. He is flying out there well there. Just looking back as well, no dice so far. Cowie and the race control has enabled DRS, and it is of course the opening 3 laps of this Grand Prix. And Cowie then driving a nightmare start, dropping down 3 positions there. Pillars has lost out, and because Sloth is now through and up into the lead of this race. And remember though that Pillars is on the medium compound tires here at the moment there. So of course Pillars is going longer in this race, and Cowie's got a 3-second penalty only after 3 laps. And so we are not expecting as many penalties as what we did in the Mexican Grand Prix, because that was definitely penalty central, wasn't it, last week? We're not expecting that tonight. And of course we do not want, of course, remember Theo won the World Championship as well. However, he did win it in the stewards room there, because unfortunately we couldn't celebrate it because the results had to be altered at the end there due to all the penalties as well, because the 5-second penalty was removed from Theo after a collision under the safety car, which elevated him to the winner of the Grand Prix, and the World Championship came as well, which was great. 17 there. Theo deserved it, but I would like to it would have been much cooler to say it on the stream live. Here comes Danger Times, and Pillars are strong for the pace of on. And look at this, and Danger Times on the outside. So Pillars who's trying to defend that. Goodness gracious me there, but Pillars is dropping down at the moment now. He's gone from 1st to 3rd in 4 laps but he's going all over the back now as well. And Danger Times is off the circuit there, and I'm thinking just lost traction. He just lost the grip, didn't he? And he's limping there, and it's a virtual safety car as well. And German there couldn't get past Danger Times, and that is going to be a crucial part here. Play Tender just said let's go with Danger Zone. Unfortunately, Danger has damaged the car, and also he just said that just after what they kind of want Emerson to get a podium, so the championship goes on. Serious pressure for State won't down. Emerson down in 7th position there, but he has manoeuvred his way through the opening stage of this race. But the first safety car is out, which I think is for the debris from the Williams car. Danger Times, he just got past Pillars. However, it looks like the back end stepped out there. Play Tendo is going no. That's unfortunate, and that wasn't good there for Danger Times. So he's going to have to go in and change the nose cone there. Danger Times, a 2-time Grand Prix winner now on ALR, isn't he? And I think that today would have been a very strong candidate for being the 3rd one. And Sloth leads the Grand Prix. Sloth has never won or been on the podium in ALR in his career so far. So this is doing really well then for Sloth. Virtual safety car has been out for almost a lap now. Thank goodness gracious me, almost as long as that one in Saudi Arabia not too long ago. Has anyone come into the pit said no, they hadn't, and the only driver into the pit is Danger Time said. So Danger Time said slow it down then. What tires are going to go on then on lap 4 out of 36 said here. I think that it may have to miss. The RS not been enabled then to back racing here in Brazil then. So that's unfortunate for Danger Time. He is dropping down the order, and that is point indeed. Then Emerson now, who is very much on the back foot here, and look at here comes Nigel then, and Nigel then of course oh goodness me, that look, it's Emerson trying to defend that. Nigel back on the inside, but no dice at the moment. That Gamer is flying out there at the moment. He's in front position all over the back of Pillars like a bad soup then, up into turn 7 here then for Nigel. He is also pushing. Dynamo down, it's got past Cardboy dropping down to 40 position there, but he's going on the outside here. He's got a 3-second penalty for his troubles now, and I think Dynamo down did give him enough room there, so Cardboy perhaps should have been a bit tighter then. Oh no, it's Dynamo Dennis off the circuit then. And I think he just got just got on the power and went onto the grass, unfortunately, did they? Which is a shame. And back on board now with Gamer then. And look, we've got a bit of a DRS2 starting to form now, aren't we? Yellow flag is Dynamo Dan then, who I think it's a yellow flag in sector 2 then. We're going, it's a safety car. Look at this, just as Gamer then was having a look there, he had to slow the car down there. Dynamo Dan's our first retirement in the Grand Prix. Unusual to see Dynamo Dan out of a race set, but that's his 6th DNF of the season then. The drivers haven't got any DNFs at all so far this season. It's actually Pillars and German now. So very impressive stuff indeed there. But and look, there's a safety car just behind that. You have to be careful about safety car because I crashed here. I crashed into the safety car where the brake checked me there. If you thought that. If you thought what Verstappen did on Hamilton was bad in Saudi Arabia, you want to see what Bernd Mailander did to me at this race in the practice race of bronze a season 2 ago. In terms of the championship though there, German is not winning it just yet because as it stands, and let me get up my Oda spreadsheet, if German there is at 4th at the moment, and so because German is 4th, then Emerson needs to be 10th, needs to score a point at least, and so at the moment that is not the moment that is the case. You see there, so the championship has not been decided yet before German played Tendo, which is asset between German and Emerson. Then that is the so those are the two championship protagonists at the moment. Now, are we going to get a safety car? Then there's Cowie and Cardboy, the two drivers then with the penalty so far. I'm wondering then is no one's coming in at the moment. They're all trying to dummy, but German is at the pits and he has a superb start to this Grand Prix. Has he supreme start indeed? He's in the pits and Nigel's in the pits as well. Oh dear, McLaren's going to have to get stuck in here, aren't they? Into the pits and onto the yellow marked medium tires at German supreme, wasn't he? And that is, oh goodness me, Nigel there. It might be a curse in that luck side then, but the McLaren mechanics are going to work as well. Where's Nigel going to come out then? I think Nigel will be out in front of Cardboy. Cardboy going onto these soft tyres then, Cardboy said, so he's going for an aggressive strategy here, Cardboy. Is Jonathan there on the hard tyres then, along with William then, who's just gone on the hard tyres well. So those are the drivers that come into the pits then. So the top 10 have not come to the pits yet. The top 10 being then Sloth, Gamer and Chaza on 6 Apode soft tyres then. Everyone else on the medium tyres apart from Lucas Percy, who's on the hard tyres then. Everyone outside the top 10 has been in the pits at least once there. On board now with Sloth and at least the Grand Prix. He's never been on the podium in ALR before, has he? But he is a very capable driver, isn't he there? Church Russian is going to be a 2-stopper now. Oh, goodness gracious me. I didn't even thought about the strategy. Good grief. There's Bernd Mailander. We've got a Ferrari in the background now. That is Troy on those hard tyres. We've also got Williams and the Haas car out there as well. So the safety car has really very much pushed the envelope on some of these drivers here tonight, haven't they? So that is what. So now, is anyone going to come to the pits this time around? I think they can't now, can they? Because the Crocodile's really caught up there. They were just hurt on track position there. German is give up track position here, though, isn't he? That was an interesting call there from German to give up strategy there. But he's been so quick in the early stages of this Grand Prix. Very quick indeed, German has. Absolutely mega stuff there to really come through the field there. He started 13th, he's 11th now, but he was up to 4th, wasn't he? So I think that now he's behind his championship rival Emerson, but German will be going very deep into this race now on lap 8 and on those medium tires there. And just now on board with Slothven. Jonathan is not too happy as it looks like he has been. It looks like he was forced off the track there on 2 occasions. Unfortunately, Jonathan is he is down in 15th position at the moment in the Aston Martin after a brilliant qualifying session mode. His teammate Gamer at the moment is superb. He's up in 3rd position there. Chaza, who normally has difficult starts there, is now in 4th at the moment. Chaza, and he's a quick customer indeed. Chaza has never won a Grand Prix either. Has never won a Grand Prix either then, along with Gamer then. So there's a lot of new drivers at the front tonight, and I'm absolutely loving it. Fantastic stuff indeed there for those drivers out there tonight. Really well done then. Unfortunately, Dynamo Dan out of the race set, and he's now got 2 races. Dynamo Dan has to see if he can save his gold status set in ALR for next season. But he has now got about well, so far he has got an 11-point deficit between himself and Mr. Elite, and that is the safe zone. Now Mr. Elite on 23 points there. Gamer is only on 32 points. I'll say only on 32 points there, but 32 points there. But he's very much in the relegation zone. If Cowie, Dynamo Dan, William, or or Mr. Elite, who's not here tonight, have a very good run in one of the last 3 Grand Prix. Brooks saying that's right, then give him the elbow, give him the old elbow, as Sirius Richmond say as well. Sometimes you have to, don't you? You have to get a bit rude, don't you, with your counterparts. When is Soft going to go then? Safety car is in now, whilst I've been waffling away. We are going to be back racing just as different. We are back racing now, and now we're on board then with Gamer then, who's all over the back of Pillars. Pillars on the medium tires, of course, then Gamer and Sloth and Chazza needs to make sure that these soft tires are very much used to the oh my gosh there, what is going on there? And that's a spinner off. Who is that? That's Nigel. No, he isn't. Nigel's just about on the circuit there, and I thought it was one of the McLaren's off there, but it's I think it was Jonathan who's dropped right down to the back of the field, unfortunately, and we have got Nigel there very much under the caution. He's lost that position to Cardboard, and now then let's see what German can do. And Lucas Purse is all over the back of his teammate Liam Yedden, but Liam Yedden's not letting him go through just yet, is he there? They are on different strategies at the moment there, and Liam Yedden, who's having a difficult start to this race, and almost magnificent 17th there. Chaz all over the back of Gamer at the moment, and Gamer would like to get past Pillars as quickly as possible there, because Pillars on a different strategy at the moment to the to his other top 3 drivers here tonight. So he probably wants to get Pillars out of the way now, and now put some daylight between himself and the likes of Emerson and Liam Yen. Look at this, German now is at such a better run then, but that Lightser is on the inside here, and oh goodness me, then I think Light saw him quite late there, and now German's alongside, and here comes German there on the outside. Then German there is, goodness me, wants the championship wrapped up here tonight there, but Lightser is not going to assist German, is he there? As German now is going to go on the, he's got the performance, he's got the track position there. German has Lightser, no DRS yet, and the DRS will get activated at the end of the next lap then, as it's 3 laps after the safety car. German is on it there and trying to bolt out, and look, Lights on the inside there. How would I look there? German's going to be forced off the track there, but he's keeping on there, and look at his grab. Oh, Lights is in the wall. He's had a huge smash out of him and German, and Lights on the Grand Prix. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, Liam has got a 3-second penalty, and good gracious me, and it's a safety car. Just take a look at Bert Molander is not moving just yet then. I think they might cover under a virtual safety car because the pack is so the pack is so condensed at the moment there. Hey, hello, Diash Levar as well. The person looking good for me. Young Lights, unfortunately, that's both Red Bulls out of the Grand Prix already after 10 laps. And so Christian Horner may not have been too happy about what happened in Saudi Arabia. He's going to be absolutely thumping the desk then, isn't it? Was that Toto's play there? Probably is. And Diash now been enabled there. Christian Horner maybe wanted to go early then. Going back then, Cartboy, who is now on the inside as well. William has just dropped behind Troy. Troy now in the 40th position. William dropping down to 13th. As William and Troy are very close to the back of each other. But I think that Danger Time's now all over the back of his teammate as well, going down into turn 4. And he's done it, and he's done it before he even got to turn 4. He's done it before he even got there. Back with this battle here then between German and Milan, and I'm wondering if German's got damage there, as him and Lights had a major collision there, and unfortunately Lights came off the worst there, and he's out of the Grand Prix. But I'm wondering if German's got damage as well. William's got a 3-second penalty then for his troubles. Just going down then. A huge crash. Play Tendo is saying, and it's great to have Play Tendo and everyone else enjoying the comments here tonight. Great somebody. Oh, that's a squirrel for Clarky. I don't mean the one that collects nuts and lives in trees. I mean that's a squirrel on the old rear end there of the Alpine car, and Clarky is back in there. It's feeling a bit loosey-goosey there, isn't it? Going down Young Cow. But he does have DRS, but Milan is not going to be interested about that then, because he is gaining as well. Chaz is also gaining, and Cartboy has got past German, and he's now up into 10th place there. German down to 11th, but Cartboy is on the soft tires. William is out of the race. William's out of the race. Where's he gone? Where has he gone? He ain't even on the track map, is he? William, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. He just disappeared off the track there. Gosh, there. God, goodness gracious me. William there is just, well, he's out of the race, and whatever happened to William there, it's not looking good there for the blue cars out there tonight, is it? Just watching Charles. He's got into the back of Gamer there. Liam has got another 3-second penalty. That's the first 3-second penalty so far. Goodness gracious me then. And is just now on board with Chaz at the moment. As I hope he hasn't got damage there. He was going into that corner a bit too head of steam there. Out of young Cal then. Oh, and he's getting a bit squirrely there, going up the hill as well. Lap 12 out of 36 here. Comes to the 1/3 distance here in the Grand Prix. And now Pillars is starting to extend his advantage over Gamer, and he's now starting to put some pressure on Sloth. He's on the inside the medium tires, and now it's their own there. Emerson has just proved the fact as well. He's got past Chazza back on the outside there. He is back through. Emerson has had to make that move stick, but he hasn't done so far. And now he's coming back out now. Look at this. We have also got a battle for the front as well. And Sloth Fair having a look there, not quite. And Emerson also having a look at Chaz as well, not quite either. Oh, there's a lot of not quite out there so far. And Cardboy then, who's trying to use these soft tires to his advantage so far. It hasn't worked out. And this may be a problem for Gurman now, because he was steering through the field on the soft tires earlier on then. However, he's hit the bottleneck of a Cardboy at the moment now. Oh, goodness, that gracious me then. Just now back on board then with a Cartboy. So Pillars has got the lead then. He's already half a second on the roof, and Sloth in second. We're on board Sloth's teammate Cartboy at the moment. Gamer in third position there. Chazza is fourth, and Emerson is fifth, and he did make that move stick down to the centre S's there. And he has got to, now he's going to be stuck beyond for a whole lap. Emerson is there. Whilst his championship rival Gurman has already pitted here, and he could potentially be up as high as second, and when his rivals come to the pits as well. DRS is now enabled then for Cartboy. He's over the grid hatch as well, and going alongside that. Is he going to go for it on the outside turn one? No, he's there, but Milan is having a look at Clarkey. I wonder if that was just a defensive move from Milan. It turned into an overtaken opportunity for outside. Milan with no helmet there. Good grief there from Milan there. Oh, now we've got Gurman, who's all over the back of Cartboy as well, but we're just watching this one down the hill then. Gurman's got through. Milan is having a look as well. Milan is through. He has done it. He's over the right position there. And of course, great manoeuvre indeed. Now can Gurman there. He's got the momentum as well. You don't have many overtakes around here in turn 7 there, and I don't think he's going to be able to sneak through there. Cartboy has been wrong-footed majorly. He's dropped down a few positions here. And now Danger Time's at the inside there. Lunging there. Is there a problem for Cartboy? He's slowing. Cartboy is slowing there. There's problems for the AlphaTauri driver. Oh no, that's a major problem there. Oh dear, oh dear. And that is such a shame then. Milan is now 2 seconds there, but Milan's got a 2 second gap between himself and Percy at the moment there. Back on board of Emerson there. Sloth is just about within DRS range, just about, but I think that he might have to have an amazing brake pedal there to go on the inside of the pillars there from that far out there. And just watching Emerson there on the outside of Chazza this time, and he's done it, has he? He has done it. Cartboy in the pits out after 13 laps on the medium tires, and of course Price has early on, and Chazza's not giving an inch. Is he? Great defending there for Chazza, and now Emerson is coming back at him there, so he battled down the hill into turn 4, and Chazza's doing a great job on those soft tires. Emerson's on the outside. Look right, there he is then, and Emerson is back in office. He has backed off it. He cannot afford a DNF tonight. Emerson can't then, and Chazza is not waving him through, is he? He's got a point to prove. Chazza's fantastic battle in there. Really well done indeed there. Young Lights is fuming there. He's a bit unhappy about his collision there between himself and Gurman there. Oh dear, oh dear. Playtendo is saying that he thinks that Danger Time is going to get some good points here then, so it's not all doom and gloom yet then. Cartboy in the pits and on the medium compound tyres now for the AlphaTauri team. Ooh, I've got to take a break. Absolutely incredible stuff. I've got to say, Formula 1, since I settled on about 4 o'clock today, I've had F1 constantly. It's been absolutely magical stuff indeed then. But my goodness me, Sloth's in the pits, so Sloth is in the pits, and he's on. It's a very early decision. But it's an early decision now. I don't think it is. I think that's smack bang on there. As we're coming to half distance in the race, and of course the safety car has extended out slightly. And it's serious rush. I thought that Lights was a bit too aggressive on that one there, but of course that's racing then. Mon Emerson there. Gordo is saying as well as Young Lights is saying, go for that title, Emerson at the moment. As he is a ball up behind Chazza. We'll see how this one gets in. I think that Gurman will need to come in the pits again. Clark has got a 3 second penalty. I'm sure that Gurman will need to come in the pits again. So, but however, I wonder if he's going to go soft to the end of the Grand Prix. Yeah, so Serge Rich there, of course, that's the way racing, really, isn't it? So, of course, they're always going to be Blade. Jonathan is It's a virtual safety car. He's lost the hold of the front wing there, Jonathan has oh dear. And he's gone off in the centre S's there. Jonathan has virtual safety car. It's his perfect time to come to the pits. And I think this is an appalling time for Sloth, though. He is just coming to the pits there. If this virtual safety car ends now, this is an appalling luck here. And what is Pillars staying out then? I think Gaming's coming in. And I think, no, Pillars is coming in. He's made a very late dash. And Chazza is in major power here because he's got the queue. Emerson is staying out. Emerson's elected to stay out. As has Percy and Liam as well, and Milan then, and German of course has stayed out there. So Pillars are latest to cover the pits, and he's into the pits, onto the soft tyres now, and that should be a one-stop. DRS has been enabled then, and they didn't get the whole of the rubber, the green here on the virtual safety car, but is it enough? And Chazza has lost an abundance amount of time then for queuing again there. German's got past Milan then, he's up into fourth position. German is and now he is he's a second and a bit away from Liam, in third position there. They didn't get the whole of the virtual safety car. Sloth is lost out quite heavily here. He is 1.4 seconds back down, and I think that the undercut is quite powerful around here. So Sloth is lost an abundance amount of time then. Oh dear, oh dear. And it just accelerated away, is Milan, sorry, it's German on Milan at the moment, and now we've got a bit of a Congo on form now. Emerson has stayed out there, so Emerson doesn't fit the soft tires and gets to the end from there, and Jonathan into the pits, having a nightmare Brazilian Grand Prix tonight. Jonathan is there, unfortunately, but let's see then, if he gets a safety car, he may be able to get himself back into this race. However, if you get lapped, then it's very difficult to come back from that then, as the runners, the leaders are now just getting very close to the back. Then here's Emerson then, who is the leader of this Congo line, carrying a superb fifth position moment. Great stuff indeed. Then see, battle down into the centre as well. Look at that lovely shot here. Is Milan there, scampered across the outside of the second part of the centre and he's there, and look at this, he's now in the front, and Emerson has lost the lead. Then he has lost the lead. What about Cowie? He is also in fifth position as well. I apologise, I missed that completely, and I was so focused on Cowie and Milan, I didn't even see that. But look, Percy on the hard tires, just like Serious Russia set there, has got the lead of the Grand Prix now, hasn't he? On those hard tires, looking strong indeed then. Emerson needs a DRS, and does he to just stay in the ballpark now. German there would like to get past him, and then he's directly behind his championship rival. As it stands, German will not win the championship today. As it stands out, I said Percy isn't good for me. You heard it here first. Serious Russia has become Mystic Mushroom tonight, as well as Silver Mushroom. Good grief. Nigel now all over the back of Danger Times, and Danger Times Nigel on similar life and tyres, and they came to the pits on the opening exchange of this race, and didn't authenticate the pits on the safety car, didn't I? Can't remember. Emerson is back through, he's up the outside there, he is past Percy, and I thought Percy was going to pull away, but he hasn't, has he? Pillars to the far side racer, Pillars got a lovely 5-second gap now. Percy is back through, he takes the lead again, then Emerson dropping down to second position now. Oh my gosh, good gosh there. I think that German has to pit again. I'm sure he has to pit again here in this race, and I don't think the medium tyres are going to get to the end then. However, they've done 18 laps on these medium tyres, haven't they? So am I wrong? I am wrong, and as I'm starting to sing that Am I Wrong song from a couple of years ago. Lap 20, we're at half distance down this race, and we're lap 19 out of 36 here in this race. My goodness gracious me, what an incredible Grand Prix it's been there. So Percy leads them from Emerson in second position, Liam in third position. German is now right on the gearbox now of Liam. Mercedes have absolutely perfected the strategy so far, but they do have to come in for a stop. The top three have not stopped yet. German and Cowie stopped under the first safety car, didn't they? So I think they may have to stop again then. However, I think that may be the case then. They don't have to, do they? Serious Russia reckons that they all have to pit then. So yeah, I'll go with that then. They all have to pit. Danger Times has gone past Milan there. Milan is under major power. Or is he? Because look at that. Oh gosh, they're Milan in Danger Times. Goodness gracious me then. And I think this is bad. That is awful. And I hate to say, Milan there, that is pretty woeful, unfortunately. And Danger Times is going to be absolutely furious with that then. That is quite horrific there for Milan there. Milan on his 51st Grand Prix start, and Danger Times then going on the outside. We didn't see what happened to that then, but unfortunately that was pretty disappointing indeed. Then on board with German and of course, well, we only seen the aftermath. We didn't see what happened before that, but we'll move on for that for now. Then 20 out of 36. Then Percy still leads the Grand Prix, but he's only half a second in front of Emerson now, with Liam Ye in second. Sorry, third position, because look, it's German now once again. Then German and Emerson are doing a very good job there, really fighting their way through the field quite nicely indeed. Here they come then, and it's still not good in the pit. Liam Ye has decided to call it. He's in the pits, and now German is right underneath the gearbox of his teammate, of his championship rival. Thank goodness me, teammates German and Emerson. That would be fantastic. Not for anyone else, of course, but we might get record wins in points in for a single team. Milan is in the pits, and Liam Ye is in the pits as well, and so is Danger Times as we come down the hill once again. And Cowie in a superb fourth position. He does have penalties there, so I think yes, I think I agree on that one. Yes, I don't think we've got nothing more to say on that incident at the moment now. But I know that Farf will be cracking the whip. We've just got Nigel, who is Nigel in 5th position. Sloth is now in 9th position, again past Gamer, so that just shows it's Sloth who lost out quite heavily under the VSC, the virtual safety car. He's got past Gamer now, but he has lost an abundance amount of time. The undercut around here is quite powerful, isn't it? So even still, Sloth there was not able to reclaim his lead, or retain his lead, I probably should say that. That's a better punctuation. Percy got there in the end. Percy leads the Grand Prix still. But look at this, I think that this is why we need to keep our eye open. Yes, here we go then. And Emerson there is he defended? Not quite. And Nigel's got past Cowie and moved up into 4th position there. Is that Ferrari going to come? No, he isn't there. Troy has done a great job to recover back over to 6th position as well. So it wasn't looking too good or too fruitful here on then. Emerson and German, of course, as it stands, but the championship is still alive then for Emerson there. As long as it's mathematically doable, Emerson would not give up there. And German knows that, does he? Knows that for a fact there. But German there, it could be the first driver to win silver and the bronze titles. They're magnificent. Something that German is rose up the ranks with ALR. This is and it got to say it'd be a proper feel good moment there for German to win. However, it'd be a proper championship win, a proper he's already got a proper championship win, but it'd be a proper fighters win there, isn't it, for Emerson? He's a fighting champion there, and he's a fighting to the very much to the ends of the earth for this championship, isn't he? This is what we want to see in ALR. It's a fantastic there from Emerson. Oh my goodness gracious me. If I was Emerson, I would pit a lap or two early just to put some fast laps in there. And Mystic Mushroom has called it once again then, as Emerson is in the pits there. And yes, indeed then, so he's doing exactly what Mushroom's saying there. So I think Mushroom is very much Emerson's race engineer at the moment there. Troy is having a look there. Cowie is not giving this one up early, is he? And let's see what this does then for the Ferrari team, as the Ferrari are now getting to work on Emerson's car then. And Liam Ye is just set the fast on race. He'll be out behind Liam Ye. There's also Clarkey coming as well. Nigel has dropped down to 4th position there. Oh, he doesn't see Troy there. Troy almost there. Oh, goodness gracious me. I don't think Nigel's using his wing mirrors there, was it? Good grief. Emerson is out to very close then to Chazza. It is wheel to wheel. This is critical on the Grand Prix. And Chazza has got it. Emerson would like to have had some quality laps, but Chazza is in front of him now. There's Milan in the background. Oh, this race is closer than I thought, because Milan was in near the bottom of the top 10. Goodness gracious me. And here's Chazza and Emerson there still battling away then. I was looking the wrong place there. On board with Milan then, who's on the soft tires. Similar strikes to Emerson now until the end of the Grand Prix. Emerson has come out in an abundance amount of traffic here. This ain't going to help him at all, is it there for Emerson? Let's see how he goes. And Troy is once again all over the back of Nigel. And what's the two drivers who have a very important mission in the construction as well. A fighting tooth and nail. Troy is through into 3rd position there. Nigel dropping down to 4th. Wow, incredible racing here tonight and fantastic indeed. Here's Pillars then, who's been on those soft tires there for a couple of laps now, as he came in the pits under that VSC. Into the pits comes Cowie and Tango. Cowie is now onto the medium tires and Tango's onto the soft tires now. German is now 0.3 of a second away from the Grand Prix lead then. Goodness gracious me, then German is doing a superb drive tonight. Emerson is now fighting through the field. He's back up into 9th position. Clarkey down in 10th. And now we've got to Milan on the outside of Chazia. Chazia is coming through. Goodness gracious me! And Chazia going on the outside then. And oh goodness me, as Milan running around slightly wide there. But Chazia, who is, of course, I think it's a very unorthodox place there, is there to overtake on the outside of turn 7 now. Nigel's lost out. Pillars is up into full position there. Pillars is, I think Pillars got Grand Prix win this season. I think he has, hasn't he? He has indeed, you know. I think he won that incredible race in France, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me. Possibly, I can't remember. German now, look, oh, good Percy there, slamming the door, shut on the nose, got the McLaren into the pits comes Nigel, and he's done 16 laps, 70 laps on the medium tire there, and I wonder if this is an undercut attempt now for the McLaren team. There's a lot of darts around going on down into the straight out, and contact, oh, Percy's off the circuit there, and German there, did he force him off? Goodness me, we had a rubbish camera angle, but German leads the Grand Prix. Pillars has got a 3-second penalty. Oh my golly gosh there. Well, I'm not going to decide that one. Well, luckily I don't have to decide that one, as I am luckily not a stupid there. But I think I had a rubbish camera, and we must have to look on board there. There's a lot of movement down the straight. Wasn't there? Back on board, Gaming was on a supreme drive today, as is Sloth as well. Those two are my stars of the event so far. Really good stuff indeed. Clarkey, who is he's got 3-second penalty there. Unfortunately, that's a slam dunk for Clarkey, because he also got unfortunately got caught red-handed there, didn't he? As he was on the stream. Cowie's Grand Prix, great race so far. He's on the medium tires. Cowie is now, so soft. So he may coming back out. He may get some payback later on the strategy then. But as it stands at the moment, he will be slower than the soft runners. And here's Tanga, one of the soft runners, and he's now on the inside of Cowie, dropping down the order. Where's Percy going to come out? He's done a superb race on those hard tires. So Percy is becoming the expert on those hard tires, doesn't he? Good some deep there for Percy. Goodness me. So through sand in my eyes there. It's Serious Russian to say there. So on camera, so Serious Russians are going to give us a definitive answer either. As Percy almost on the white line now. I don't want to rub salt into the old wounds there, so to speak, do I? But Percy there didn't want to fight second put them for a careless driving over the white line kind of thing. German is at the boat there, still leading the Grand Prix. If you just joined us, I'm expecting to hear some drivers talking. Not quite, and as we've had a delay start because of the Saudi Arabia race. We've had one safety car. Yeah, we've had one safety car. So now it's been fast and furious action here in ALR Gold tonight for the Brazilian Grand Prix. German leads the race. As it stands, German is the world champion of ALR Gold then, and he may not be coming back into the pits on those medium tires there. That I'm not sure if he is or not. That he doesn't need to stop again. He has fulfilled the requirement of 2 types of compounds of tires here tonight then. However, he might be a bit vulnerable at the end of this one then. Into the pit circles Clarkey. He's under 10 laps on those soft tyres Clarkey has there. So I'm wondering if the drivers came to the pits early on the soft tyres, likes of Pillars for example, maybe feeling a bit concerned about that, because Pillars is coming to 10 laps on the soft tyres now. Oh goodness gracious me then. Clarkey who's just exiting the pit lane now then. He's just behind that cart boy. Jonathan, hats off to him for continuing on this race, and he has not been lapped then. So Jonathan's shown that he has got pace and when he's got pace and he's put a lot of stuff together then. Put a lot of good laps together as well. Stuff? You don't say that word in Formula 1. Good grief there. Becca is saying then it's a driving quality better than the real F1 then? Question mark? Oh goodness me, that's controversial then. Well, it's definitely dirty tactics today, wasn't it? Whether you liked it or not, I don't know, but it's definitely entertaining, wasn't it? Maybe, but then again, you know I've got a bit of evil in me. I quite liked it. But we're just watching the game where they're fighting. They're both on different types of compounds and tyres at the moment now. As Surfer was saying, German will be thinking about his puncture from Season 2 of Silver. Remember, that's what cost him the championship win here in Season 2 of Silver. There was with just under a lap and a half to go there. I'm wondering then if, yes, you may be right on that one, Serious Rush there. He's going to take the risk then, but he is at the moment there. He is at the moment there in the championship winning territory. And this time around, he does have two more races to do instead of the crunch race in Abu Dhabi. Then, of course, we go to Australia next week, and then we go to Abu Dhabi in a week's time as well then. Liam was not looking too forward to this one, but he is one of the higher runners on the newer soft tyres then, which is looking good tonight. gosh, I've got a real stroke. No, my goodness me, I think the real F1 and the and go straight to NLR race. Goodness gracious me, and I've got to say, it's just too much action for me. And Tango's on the inside then, and he is now in 10th position. Tango's got a real chance, a major points edge here tonight. Then Perez again a penalty as well. Look at this, and Emerson doesn't want to be involved in this too much there. And look, then is now German is a second and a half behind Pillars, and German has gone past the point of no return, I think. Then, and oh goodness me, there's a lot of weaving around then, and Gamers on the outside. Then Liam is going for the attack here. Emerson currently is not winning the World Championship at the moment. German's the champion, and Emerson doesn't want to be involved in this fracas with not too many laps to go there. Oh goodness me, then Gamer there very defensive. That was going down into turn 4 as let's just on board with it's not just got 3 second poles as well. Oh, Emerson up the inside there. Goodness gracious me there. Becca's asked why are we not racing in China anymore. Serious Russia there is giving us the serious answer there. I would agree with that, Serious Russia. Less Becca Beans on this season of ALR. Well, I think the major reason, goodness me, Emerson there, he's on the outside. Oh my goodness me, oh goodness gracious me, that Emerson fans, close your eyes there. This is getting very precarious indeed. That yellow flag, Clarkey is off the circuit there in the Alpine car. Pillars is now just under DRS range, and just over DRS range, outside the DRS window at the moment. Here comes Liam. Yeah, lovely shot here from the Halo cam. He's on the inside. He's done it. No, he hasn't. Yes, he has. And Gamer. Oh, Gamer's off the circuit. He's done. Oh my goodness me. I thought he teleported into Emerson's viewpoint now. That would have been scary indeed. Oh my golly gosh, yellow flag in 2 and 3 is Kalarki is having gremlins at Young Cal the junction there. Just watching Emerson as well. The gap is still a second then. 30 out of 36 here then. At this moment in time, German is the champion of gold. Then he is the 4th ever world champion of ALR gold. Then incredible stuff indeed there for German. Milan's got a 3 second penalty. Clarkey out of the Grand Prix. He's disappeared off the map as well, Clark. Yes, I'm wondering if they're coming in the pits and retiring, and that's really odd though. Sergio says he loves China, by the way, the circuit. And of course, I think the reason why ALR didn't go to China is just because of time constraints of the season. Really, next season I think we have got China on the calendar. Of course, the calendar will be released in probably in late December, early January. There. So keep your eyes out, folks. Then there's a new era of ALR and PB. Will really be coming into fruition then next season. And as we're just watching Liam Yates up the inside, passes Sloth, and away he goes then. Sloth is on the medium tire set at this moment, and same strategy as Cowie as well. Emerson is going to go on the outside into turn at 3 then, but Sloth is having none of it then, so Emerson is out coming down the hill then. Emerson at the moment, is he? No, listen, because it's now Sloth going back on the outside. There's contact again then, so Emerson's on the inside. Oh, banging wheels there between the double world champion and Sloth. Sloth is having his best race of his career in ALR so far, and wow, incredible stuff indeed that Emerson currently in 6th position. And then as it stands, 5 laps to go, the champion is German, and that is what's up for stake at the moment, as we got Chaz again past Milan, and Milan dropping down into 11th position there on about soft tyres there. Emerson's on the younger of the soft tyres along with Tango and Lucas Percy. How crucial is that going to be then in this race then? Oh, here comes Pillars. Pillars has taken the lead of the Pacific Grand Prix. He's only won 1 race this season. I thought he'd be winning a couple more than that, but Pillars is on course for his 3rd Grand Prix win of his career. He does have a 3 second penalty though, doesn't he? German's dropping down into 2nd then. German still leads the Grand Prix at the moment, but as it stands then, if my math is correct then, which is could conceivably be not, as Milan's retired from the race, unfortunately, on a bit of a bad day then. Early December, late January, seriously just said that. Maybe I got the wrong way round, and oh gosh, a lovely shot here. Emerson is still behind now, and now we're going to side by side then, and the front of Emerson's, oh my goodness me, that banging wheels, and Emerson on the outside there. Incredible, magnificent stuff, and I'm loving this. This is fantastic. Liam on the inside, Sloth on the outside. Will Sloth get the inside? No, because look at that, Liam just parks the car in the apex, and Sloth is forcing. It really gets it again, a bit of the old forceful hand there, but Emerson on the inside, and he's in 5th position now then. Sloth down into 6th, and Sloth is dropping down 15 lap hard on medium tires at the moment. The medium tires may come back at Sloth in the later stage of this race. So 4 laps to go in this race, and Emerson needs to get into the top 3 to be to still be in the chance of the World Championship. That is what he needs to do there. And of course, this is very much pressure on now for the double world champion up the inside. That Mercedes is looking very interesting there. It's on the outside of Gamer then. He's got up the inside for the second part of the rest. He does indeed there. Gamer just putting out that one. Very sensible from Gamer because he's also got no penalties, has he? And look, Liam, is struggling, and he's only got 2 laps younger tyres than Emerson at this stage, and the Sloth is on the medium tyres, but once again, these drivers are just not giving it. It's Liam and Sloth out an amazing battle. Incredible again. Liam has got a penalty for that. He's not going to be happy because he's forced off the road, maybe. However, Sloth is, goodness gracious me, it's on the borderline, isn't there, of clean race or not clean race. And oh gosh, it's getting very argy-bargy. And now we got Percy on the outside as well. It's a double team for the Mercedes. Oh goodness gracious me. Prime Dudley boys, if anyone knows who they are from back in the wrestling days. Anyway, goodness me. We have got Sloth down in second position. Oh mate, there's Gamer is on the, oh no, that's Tango. Look right, it's Tango. My grief, German is going for the lead into the center us there. Oh, but Pillars are just about staying in front of the moment. Now German now is got better tyres, but we just got we got Percy's got pass now. Percy's got quick tyres now at this stage. And look at this, and Sloth and Liam have not finished with each other just yet. Tango up into 8th position now. Gamer dropping down to 9th. Gamer does have the medium tyres, doesn't he? Which might be which might help him out here. Then Gamer's got a 3-second penalty. I think he was in the pit lane now. That's why now coming down into turn 4. The Gamer there still in that. Oh my word! Then I'm going to have something strong at the end of this race. Then I might have some very strong squash of apple and blackcurrant. I think it is lovely. But the guy up in the front there, German is still. I'm sure he's going to be the champion, and Emerson needs third at least. Then I think at this stage of the season, so we're on board with German. He just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Pillars to be the world champion of ALR Gold. Then Emerson is coming out. Troy is in front of Emerson here. Is Troy going to back off and let Emerson get to third position? Oh my goodness gracious me! Oh wow! I don't. You can't even write this, can you? Incredible stuff. We do have 2 races to go after this one, but this is tense. This is tense. This is too tense for me. Oh my word! Fantastic! And look, there's Gerben there. He just needs to stay. He just needs to stay within the 3-second window. He's done 28 laps on the medium tyres. Gerben has he is a deja vu from silver 2 seasons ago. But at the moment, that is what he needs to do. Percy is now in 5th position now. Liam and Sloth have calmed down their rivalry for the minute. Danger Times in the pits as Danger Times was having a unfortunately Danger Times came across a very angry Milan there earlier on in the race. Carter Boy also in the pits as well. It's just on board there. So is Troy going to hand the 3rd position then to Emerson? However, can he hand the 3rd position for Emerson? Because I think that Emerson might be behind at Percy here. Goodness me! I've just seen someone say, is that a Glock moment now? I think it's Becca. It may be a Glock moment here. However, I think that it doesn't matter. Look at that, Percy's up in the 4th position there. Emerson has dropped down into 5th in the Ferrari. Oh goodness gracious me then. And I think that Emerson's championship hopes are sinking now. Oh dear for the Ferrari driver. He is down into 5th position now. Burban's on the final lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. I hope I've got my maths right. Otherwise, this is going to be very, very embarrassing. But I'm sure that that's the case. Oh, yes, the penalty. Thank you very much. Percy does have a penalty here. And I'm wondering then, is a 3-second penalty? But I think that really can Ferrari orchestrate anything here at the moment now? I'm not sure. I think German may have this one then. Oh my goodness gracious me. Thank you all for joining us tonight then. A bit of brilliant race indeed then, of course, there as Saudi Arabia was quite incredible, wasn't it? This one might be just as in front as well. And look at this, Pillars is coming out the far turn, but Pillars may be second today on the road. He's got a 3-second penalty, and here comes German, and German is going to be the world champion of ALR Gold. Yes, he's going to be the world champion of ALR Gold. What a magnificent performance there, and I think that the maths is right there. We'll have to get the old calculator out of it, but German, I think, has done it there. Emerson needed to finish 3rd or higher for him to be for the championship to remain, and I don't think he's done it there. I don't think he's done it there because I think Gurman's on 273 and Gurman's on Emerson's on 219. Gurman's on 273. I think Gurman is the world champion. What a monstrous stint there. He came in the pits there and he has done it, hasn't he? Gurman there from 13th on the grid there to win the Brazilian Grand Prix and to win the world championship. Danger Times there gets that bonus and point there for fastest up at the Grand Prix. And Knowlesy has confirmed it as well. Gurman wins the world title. I've just seen in my inbox. Yes, he's done it. Gurman is the world champion of ALR Gold. He's the 4th ever world champion then. What a magnificent season Gurman's had then. Listen to some of these stats then for the champion then. He has had 8 Grand Prix wins then in 17 races there. He's had 3 pole positions. This is his 11th podium of the season as well. He's had no DNFs there. He's had 4 fastest laps and 2 driver of the day performances there. Gurman has been unstoppable. He is the first man to win silver and the first man to win the gold championship. So he's come up from the ranks. So he finished 3rd in bronze. He won the world championship in silver, and now he's won the world championship in gold after a debut season of being 5th, I think. Now, fantastic stuff indeed there. Pillar's got 2nd today. Let's take the final look at the classification from the Brazilian Grand Prix then, as I'm just quickly lowering myself down because I'm sweating quite profusely now. Right then, so Gurman there, 8th Grand Prix win of the season there, and he is now confirmed the world champion of ALR Gold season number 6, the 4th ever champion of gold as well, the first driver to win the silver and gold championships. Magnificent stuff indeed. Pillars got that 3-second penalty halfway through the race, and that cost him his 3rd win of his career and 2nd this season. But a brilliant drive from Pillars there, and I think that he's actually now guaranteed the pole position trophy as well if we had one. But I'm sure he could make one up. Troy in 3rd position today. 4th position was Emerson. 5th position was Percy. 6th was Sloth. Brilliant drive from Sloth. Tango in 7th. Chaz in 8th. 9th is Gamer. Cowie in the top 10. Strong performance from Cowie as well. 11th position is Liam Yen. Nigel in 12th. 13th was Danger Times, and unfortunately a victim of a rogue Milan. But he did get fast up. 14th was Cartboy. Jonathan, hats off to him for continuing in 15th position. Retirements was Milan, Clarkey, William, Young Lights, and Dynamo Dan all retired then from the Brazilian Grand Prix. Gurman, you're the champion of ALR Gold then, and my goodness me, you did it in the most difficult way ever when with a pretty appalling qualifying too, but we'll come back to that in a minute. What a performance there from 13th on the grid there. Your first stint was magical. Incredible.
Yeah, I can't believe I pulled that off really in qualifying. I just had no pace. I could not get anywhere near the front guys. But then in the race, the setup just seemed to switch alive. I don't know what happened, but yeah, it's probably the race of my life. I can't believe I even done that. Took them tiles to the end. They were on 80-85%. So pretty happy with that.
Someone was saying in the chat about you might have been getting recurring nightmares about what happened in silver a few seasons ago. Then, of course, you was quite close to the end of the race then and win the silver championship that day. But your tires gave up. Was you thinking about that in your head as you was coming around the second to last corner?
Yeah, it's funny you say that because Jeff come on the radio and he was like, your tyres are going to fall off the cliff soon. So I was like, oh no, I was just waiting for it to happen. But luckily they held on this time, so I'm pretty happy.
I was comparing that drive to Jenson Button very early on in the opening stage of that race there, because he had an incredible race in 2009 to clinch the title. Today you've had something very similar as well. But was you ever concerned about losing your front wing, or drivers there being a bit more robust, knowing that what's on the line for you tonight?
Yeah, I was a bit concerned about that, but then I just got my helmets out as well. I'm not really too fast. I knew I had that big points gap, so even if something did happen, I could always take it to the last race or the next race. So, but yeah, just same old racing. Don't want to be too cautious, otherwise I'll just leave something on the table.
Sirius Washington said you had your hacks on. But absolutely, absolutely brilliant stuff. This is your 11th podium as well this season. There's 2 more races to go. Are you going to lay off a bit then? Are you going to try and get McLaren's constructors over the line then, or you just want do you want to win more races?
No, well, you always want to win more races. I just couldn't believe how many I've won this year. But now the focus is on the constructors, wrap that up, and then on to next season, see if I can do it again.
Really well done. And what is the highlight of your season this season? I've said that in the last 5 or 6 races you've been on it straight from the get go, and this is another win to your collection since Italy. What's been your favourite moment this season?
Well, apart from this one, which is pretty good, I'd say Singapore. I just felt like in the groove that race, and I just put in my best performance. But this race, like, is a different kind of race, just trying to manage the tyres and just get it to the end. But winning the championship's always pretty good, so yeah, this one not too bad.
I know that there's 2 more races to go, and I don't want to I don't want to think too far ahead. But going into next season, who are you concerned about the most? I know Emerson gave you a very hard fight this season, but who are you concerned about going into next season? Are you thinking about Pillars? Are you thinking about Chaza? What about Dan Tango and maybe Milan in there as well? Who are you concerned about?
Probably Emerson and Pillars, like they're the 2 drivers who are probably going to be up there. You always got people who can win races like Milan and Tango and all that, but I think that over the season, probably Emerson and Pillars are going to be the ones to watch.
Really good stuff. Well done today, German. A special season, and that's your 8th win of the season. Magnificent stuff. Well done, then. Of course, let's come to Pillars, who finished 2nd today. Pillars, what a podium, what a pole position in qualifying now. I think that you got the most poles this season. No one's going to stop you. No one's going to take that away from you now. Magical stuff there.
Yeah, qualifying this year's been very good. So it's just a shame about the race pace, but no, that lap was decent. I lost a little bit of time at the last corner, but I mean, it didn't matter in the end. Kind of took a tighter line and gained a little bit back. So yeah, another pole was nice.
And where do you think you lost the race today? Then was it in the pit stops, or was it just lack of race pace today? Because the German just seemed to be quite a machine today.
No, I just think it was a penalty. Obviously, I closed up. I think they ended up doing 18 laps, 19 laps on the softs, and they felt really good. I think the race was ultimately lost to that penalty. I think obviously I got past German, couldn't quite shake him, but I think the penalty just was ultimately was the worst thing that came today.
So it's a very strong. You got another podium today as well. That's your 4th podium this season. How are you? How are you feeling for the Australia and Abu Dhabi then? Are you hoping to get? Because you won in Abu Dhabi. Are you hoping to get another win to your collection?
Yeah, Australia is just a race where I'll take points. For Abu Dhabi, I want to go back to back there. I want to go back to back wins. So it's a track where I'm comfortable at. I feel at home. So hopefully we can get there. And just a last note, just GG's German, solid season. It's been a pleasure, mate.
Cheers, bro. Yeah, it's been great racing you too.
Well done, guys. Fantastic stuff. And I think that Troye also came in here as well. Troye, I hope you're there. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself then. But you, thank God for that. I thought I was going to make a fool of myself again. But this is your 2nd podium of the season. You had a cracking one in Japan then. But this was very much hard fought in this race. You was having some epic battles between yourself and Nigel again. Goodness gracious me. It seems like you two got a bet on.
Yeah, man. I got a bit frustrated after like 5-6 laps. I felt that I was being held up by Nigel and company, man. But yeah, as soon as they boxed, I felt I had some like cleaner and could just do my thing. And I'm very happy with theirs. So.
And was you hanging on with the tires then as well? Because you went very long into that race there, and you seemed to have a lot of pace towards the end of that race as well. Was you concerned about the tires towards the end?
Yeah, I was, but like the thing is, I got like the punctured 30 thing from Jeff, and I just couldn't stop thinking about Pillars and German. I was thinking that they had to box sooner or later, since I in my mind it's not possible to take them tires that long as those guys did. So I was completely shocked when I saw that they fucking took them to the end, and I shouldn't swear. Sorry for that.
Yeah, well, bit of good French is always good. And and with the last couple of races, I think we've seen the real you. You are the silver champ as well. Up until where Tommy won today, last couple of weeks ago. But this is the real you, I think, then, because in the last race you've been magnificent. Japan, you got a second. Mexico, you got a fifth. You got sixth in USA as well. You've been on it like a car bonnet.
Yeah, man, I don't know. It's just clicked these last couple of races. I don't know why, really. It was like that last season as well, when I just did even better toward the end. I'm just very, like, disappointed with how some of the races have gone, like, in the beginning of the seasons and, like, in the middle part. But, I mean, I'm still, like, this makes me look forward to the next season, so I'm very happy with it, so...
And I'm looking forward to seeing you really mix it in with the podiums and maybe even going for a championship challenge and knocking German off his perch. Goodness me, he's only been champion for 10 minutes. I'm already thinking about next season. Really well done today, guys. Fantastic drive from Troy. Fantastic pole position out from Pillars. And unfortunately, a 3-second penalty costing the win. But today is German's day. It's an 8th Grand Prix win in the season now. He was under the caution. Jensen Button-esque manoeuvres today, was it, from Brazil 2009. It was absolutely fantastic, indeed. That German's going to be celebrating, I think, for a very long time to come then. 2 more races to go of ALR Gold, then the Constructors is still up for grabs there. Don't go anywhere. Tomorrow night is silver, where the Constructors Championship can be wrapped up for the AlphaTauri. Not sure about the points difference